Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Randy Orton will team up with Jelly Roll to battle Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul in a blockbuster tag team match at SummerSlam. This is slated to take place tonight on what will be night one of the annual spectacle. However, there could be a huge twist in the story. Rumors have been swirling that SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis may cancel this marquee bout after what happened last night. On the go-home edition of SmackDown, Orton, Roll, McIntyre, and Paul were involved in a heated brawl. Aldis dispatched a team of security personnel to bring things under control. However, he failed to do so. The Viper unleashed his fury by hitting multiple RKOs on the guards. He even persuaded Jelly Roll to deliver a chokeslam to one of them. Such a disregard for authority could prompt Nick Aldis to cancel this match from night one of SummerSlam. In its place, WWE management might move a bout from night two to fill the slot. However, in a backstage segment, Randy Orton could issue an apology to Aldis and agree to pay a fine for his actions. This gesture might convince the GM to reschedule the match for night two instead. Currently, SummerSlam's first night features 6 matches, 3 of which are tag team bouts. In contrast, the second night has no tag team matches on the card. To create a better balance between the two nights, WWE could shift this high-profile tag team match to Sunday. The company can then shift a high-stakes title match, such as Becky Lynch vs Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, to Saturday instead. While it is an intriguing possibility, it is speculative at the moment. Only time will tell if WWE makes any changes to the Randy Orton and Jelly Roll vs Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul match. Nick Aldis to move Randy Orton permanently to Raw after SummerSlam? Randy Orton has been on SmackDown since he made his return to weekly programming in November 2023. He has become a cornerstone of the Blue Brand's show. However, the 14-time world champion's actions have often been troublesome for Nick Aldis. The general manager has failed to control the Viper's wrath, ending up on the receiving end of an RKO twice. Many believe that Aldis might decide to move Orton to Monday Night Raw following SummerSlam. While it is an intriguing possibility, the chances of it happening are pretty low. The 14-time world champion has a lot of unfinished business on Friday nights as of yet. If Nick Aldis suddenly moves him to the Red Brand, it will lead to an abrupt and awkward ending to Randy's SmackDown run. Moreover, the St. Louis native has been pursuing the undisputed WWE Championship throughout 2025, with an ongoing story on the Blue Brand. WWE has been steadily building toward the Apex Predator's anticipated feud with Cody Rhodes. Hence, moving him to Raw would undermine years of build and momentum. Additionally, SmackDown currently lacks a legend on its roster, making Orton essential for the Blue Brand to maintain strong fan interest. The road to WWE SummerSlam was supposed to be filled with fire, vengeance, and redemption. But for Randy Orton, it's taken a drastic turn, a turn that may derail his comeback narrative entirely. In a shocking development, SmackDown general manager Nick Aldis has made the unprecedented decision to cancel Randy Orton's SummerSlam match, leaving fans stunned and superstars on edge. The reason? Orton's recent actions have pushed even Aldis, known for his calm demeanor and strategic mind, past the breaking point. The Apex Predator crosses the line. For weeks, Randy Orton has been gunning for revenge. Ever since his return, he's been locked in a war with the Bloodline, specifically Solo Sikoa and the vicious new enforcer, Jacob Fatu. Week after week, Orton has been ambushed, blindsided, and left lying in the ring. But 2 weeks before SummerSlam, the Viper snapped. During an episode of WWE SmackDown, Orton took things into his own hands, literally. Interrupting a match between LA Knight and Solo Sikoa, Orton stormed the ring wielding a steel chair. What followed was an all-out assault, not just on Solo, but on Jacob Fatu, referees, and even WWE staff. A timekeeper was shoved to the floor, a production crew member was caught in the chaos, and Orton ultimately left a trail of destruction backstage. Though the crowd popped wildly for his rage-fueled revenge, the atmosphere backstage was far less celebratory. According to several sources within WWE, Nick Aldis was livid. He reportedly confronted Orton behind closed doors, demanding accountability for the mayhem. Orton, in typical Viper fashion, was unapologetic. He claimed WWE had allowed the Bloodline to run free, and now they were reaping what they sowed. Aldis saw things differently. And now, he's taken action. The announcement: SummerSlam match cancelled. On the latest episode of SmackDown, Aldis entered the ring alone, The crowd buzzing with anticipation over an expected SummerSlam contract signing between Orton and Solo Sikoa. Instead, Aldis dropped a bombshell. "As general manager, it is my responsibility to ensure order and safety, not chaos and vigilante justice," he began. "Randy Orton's actions last week endangered our staff, our talent, and our brand. Therefore, I am officially canceling Randy Orton's SummerSlam match." Gasps echoed across the arena. The camera panned to fans with mouths agape. Online, WWE Twitter exploded with disbelief. Aldis wasn't finished. Until further notice, Randy Orton is suspended from in-ring competition on SmackDown and will not appear at SummerSlam. Actions have consequences, even for legends. Backstage, WWE superstars were seen reacting in real time. LA Knight looked visibly shocked. Kevin Owens shook his head in disapproval. And Solo Sikoa? He simply smirked. Orton responds, "This is war." Later that night, Randy Orton broke his silence in a fiery video posted to social media. Seated in a darkened locker room, his face hardened and voice low, Orton delivered a chilling message. "You think canceling my match keeps me from getting what I want? Think again. You don't punish me, Aldis. You provoke me. I was coming to SummerSlam to finish Solo. Now? I'm coming for everyone." He didn't stop there. Orton accused Aldis of protecting the bloodline, hinting at a deeper alliance and throwing gasoline on a brewing conspiracy theory among fans. He called Jacob Fata nothing more than a wild dog on a leash and promised everybody who stood in my way will fall, GM included. WWE officials reportedly increased security ahead of upcoming SmackDown shows, fearing retaliation from Orton. The Viper has a long history of defying authority, and now, it seems, Nick Aldis has become his newest target. Locker room fallout, divided roster. Aldis' decision has left the WWE locker room divided. Some, like Cody Rhodes and AJ Styles, reportedly support Aldis' call for discipline and structure. "We can't have one guy running wild and turning this into the Wild West," Styles said in a backstage interview. "You want to take out the bloodline? That's fine. But not at the expense of people doing their jobs." Others, however, stand by Orton. LA Knight, who was directly affected by the interruption but didn't blame Orton, spoke candidly. "He did what the rest of us want to do. Solo and Fatu have been terrorizing this place for months. You push a man far enough, he snaps." Orton snapped. Simple as that. Some fans speculate this situation could ignite a brand-wide rebellion, with Orton leading a faction of disgruntled stars who feel betrayed by management. Orton's name has even trended alongside WWE Civil War as fantasy booking spirals across social media. The SummerSlam card scramble. With Orton vs. Solo off the card, Aldis now has a gaping hole in one of SummerSlam's marquee storylines. Rumors are swirling about a replacement opponent for Solo Sikoa, possibly LA Knight, or even a shocking return from Shinsuke Nakamura or Braun Strowman. Some insiders believe Aldis may use this as an opportunity to elevate a rising star like Carmelo Hayes or Grayson Waller. Meanwhile, fans who purchased SummerSlam tickets expecting to see Orton's long-awaited revenge arc unfold are voicing their frustrations. WWE's official statement offered no refund but emphasized the match card is subject to change. What's next for Orton? Nick Aldis may have cancelled his SummerSlam match, but he may have ignited something far more dangerous, a Randy Orton with nothing left to lose. There's speculation that Orton might invade SummerSlam anyway, in true Viper fashion. WWE officials have reportedly placed extra security around the main event, especially Solo Sikoa's locker room. Even Paul Heyman is said to be on high alert, anticipating a potential backstage attack. Orton's suspension may technically bar him from competing, but it does not guarantee he'll stay away. And that possibility has everyone, from superstars to executives, looking over their shoulders. Nick Aldis' decision to cancel Randy Orton's SummerSlam match has rocked WWE to its core. In attempting to maintain order, he may have awoken the most dangerous version of Orton we've seen in years. SummerSlam may have lost a match, but it may gain a war. Because if there's one thing we know about Randy Orton, it's this: he never forgets, and he always strikes when you least expect it.